A kid in 1983 might believe they have purchased a simple humanoid action figure in an orange suit, but press a button on his waist and he twists around to become one of the weirdest action figures of the 1980s.
Power Lords, extraterrestrial warriors.
I am Lord Power, leader of the Lords. Riptide and Rhaegar are attacking. We must help Psyduck defend Vulcan Rock.
Power Lords was a short-lived action figure series by Revell that debuted in 1983. While it only lasted a short time, the incredible design of the characters cemented it into the brains of every 80s kid who interacted with it. As with all action figure mythologies, there were many creators involved. Revell was a company known for making model kits and wanted in on the booming action figure market. Ned Strongen and Len Mayhem created the Power Lords concept. Ned was a board game designer who co-created Connect 4. They were looking for a new alien-based story to compete with Kenner's Star Wars. They sought out designer Wayne Barlowe, an author and concept artist who had created an illustrated guide to the Extra-terrestrials. You can get a free copy of this book, Barlowe's Guide to Extra-terrestrials, on the Internet Archive. I'll put a link in the description. The book was full of bizarre and detailed versions of alien life unlike anything we had seen before. Barlowe has a talent for creating imaginative new life forms, a talent that has continued to serve him to this day. He has gone on to design monsters for many video games. He designed some of the monsters in Guillermo del Toro's Hellboy and the kaiju and robots in Pacific Rim, designed items for the Harry Potter movies, and created alien life for James Cameron's Avatar. James Cameron stated about Barlowe, "Wayne Barlowe designs the trippiest aliens out there. It is undoubtedly the greatness of Barlowe's design that is the reason the line still is remembered today." Revell wanted to use Barlowe's designs from the guide, but when they found out Barlowe did not own the rights to the book, they tasked Barlowe with creating an entirely new set of aliens. Wayne Barlowe left before the second series was designed, and it shows. While some of the alien characters do capture some of the spark in Barlowe's work, a line of half-man, half-tank warriors was produced that looks like it would fit better in He-Man and not Power Lords. A 3-issue comic book was created for DC Comics, written by Michael Fleischer and illustrated by the great Mark Texeira. A cartoon was not produced. A cartoon would become standard practice over the next few years for action figure lines, and who knows if there had been a cartoon if the brand would have been more popular. For the mythology here, without a cartoon, we must look to the comic book. The story finds Adam Power and his companions rising against the tyrannical rule of the Extra-terrestrial Alliance to take back his planet Toran and free the universe from the rule of Arcus. The origin of Adam Power. Adam Power has long since forgotten who he is. He believes he is an Earthling working as an astronomer, but at night he faces terrible visions of an intergalactic war. When all of a sudden a messenger from the stars crashes into his observatory. It is the herald Shia, Queen of Power. She tells him he must get in her spaceship, the Power Ship, or he will be vaporized. Seconds later, the invaders arrive and destroy the observatory. The monsters are Trigors, a race of alien creatures that Arcus commands. Arcus can ride inside a Trigor or command them to invade. They can crush people between their pinchers or fire laser blasts from their mouths. They are capable of interdimensional travel. Shia from the ancient planet Meru is the herald and protector of Toran. She has a power jewel and can change form into a Power Lord. The action figure would accomplish this by simply flipping her around to reveal her alien form. In this form, her alien body emits dangerous heat that can repel her enemies. Her jewel allows her to track Adam Power through the galaxy, connects them with a psychic link. She wields a power saber. Although on her package it describes the weapon as a laser whip, it appears to be a sword that is connected by a wire to an energy pack that attaches to her wrist. Using this saber, she can fire energy beams from the sword or use it as a melee weapon. Shia explains to Adam a truth he has always secretly known. He is not human. He is the descendant of the Power Lords of Toran, a race of philosopher rulers who maintain peace across the galaxy. When an invading force of evil aliens raided the Power Lord's castle, the king, Adam's father, knowing he was not going to survive, used a device to send his son through time and space to hide from his enemies. He sent him to Earth and gave him amnesia. Shia gives Adam the power jewel. When he places the jewel against his forehead, memories of his former world flood his consciousness. Reunited with the Power Jewel, Adam becomes the Power Lord. He transforms into his alien form and destroys the Trigors. Now Adam discovers he is in a long-fought battle to free the galaxy from the tyrannical rule of Arcus and the Extra-terrestrial Alliance. When Adam transforms into his Power Lord form, he is depicted as a blue alien with red glowing eyes and red veins that allow power to circulate through his shirtless body. He can fire beams of energy from his hands and can fly through outer space without the need of a suit to protect him. He has exhibited the ability to phase through solid objects and possesses superhuman strength. He sometimes uses an array of weapons, although he does not seem to need them. He is a weapon. Shia drives the power ship into a giant floating volcano. Vulcan rock. Beware, those who control Vulcan rock control the secrets of extraterrestrial power. Vulcan rock was the main playset in the Power Lord's line. It is the battlefield in which the war to control the galaxy is waged. In the comic book, it is depicted as a floating rock, hiding a battle station with weaponry powerful enough to annihilate whole planets. It was created by the Power Lords and holds an arsenal of the most powerful weapons ever imagined. Inside is a maze of secret passageways and escape routes. Only the Power Lord can activate the weapons of Vulcan rock. Adam uses his power to access the battle station, and as soon as he does, his enemies arrive, and Arcus blasts him into another dimension. The Dimension of Doom. The Dimension of Doom is an interdimensional prison that Arcus uses as a cosmic dungeon to imprison his enemies. He uses a beam to banish Adam Power and Shia. The Dimension of Doom is full of dangerous creatures and traps. With Adam gone, Arcus takes control of Vulcan rock and uses it to demolish the rebellion against his tyrannical rule. He uses Vulcan rock's ion cannon to vaporize a planet with Death Star-like force. Adam and Shia attempt to find a way out. This is where they meet Psyduck the Supreme. Psyduck the Supreme from Rana, the water planet, is a scientist and alien warrior. He has powerful jaws that could be worked from a lever on the back and a tail that he can use to thrash his opponents. He is a brilliant scientist and was imprisoned by Arcus in the Dimension of Doom, but he knows a way out. It is a way that has led to death for every other warrior he has shown it to, but Shia and Adam Power are no ordinary warriors. They defeat the Guardian monsters and escape. But Adam is weakened. He learns he must recharge the Power Jewel at the Towers of Toran. His power is not unlimited. Here the trio don disguises and enter the city and see monuments to their rulers, the Extra-terrestrial Alliance. The Axis of Evil. The villains of the Power Lords are called the Extra-terrestrial Alliance. 3 conquerors from different galaxies that have united to form an axis of evil that has the capacity to bring the galaxy under its heel. The leader of the Alliance is Arcus, and he did not gain his role as ruler by charisma. He beat his colleagues into submission, forcing them to work under him. Arcus is an insect-like dictator with pincher hands. He can fly and wears gauntlets that fire laser beams. He is a ruthless, brutal dictator and warrior. His file card tells us he was hatched at the center of a red sun. He never eats, sleeps, or tires. His energy comes from the anguish of his victims. In all the universe, no being is as evil as Arcus. Griptog was ruler until he was unseated by the more powerful Arcus. His empire stretched from one end of the galaxy to another until Arcus captured it from him. Griptog is a 4-armed brute that commands the race of warriors from the planet Farrakhan. He wields a laser mace that fits between the grip of 2 of his 4 hands. He has a second face on the back of his head. It is unknown if this second face is a different persona or just an unusual feature of his alien race. Raygoth is called the Goon of Doom. It is a nickname he despises. He was a conqueror brought into submission by Arcus. He comes from the frozen planet, Flozar 8. He has pincher hands, jeweled eyes, and on his chest he has a reflecting surface made of silica crystals which he can use to deflect laser beams. The Jewel of Power. The jewel is the source of Adam's power. Adam, searching to recharge the jewel, learns that the charging station has been destroyed, and the only way to recharge his jewel is to find the wellspring. Shia tells us of the wellspring, a being of incredible power. The delicate equilibrium of all the competing forces in the universe is maintained by an awesomely powerful cosmic master who mediates between good and evil, right and wrong, order and chaos. when Adam and his companions travel through a maze of hallucinations that show their greatest fears and reach the wellspring. Wellspring appears as an apparition of a small child. The wellspring touches Adam's power jewel, releasing the power and allowing Adam to reach his full potential. He no longer needs to recharge. He had the power all along. Adam, Shia, and Psydot defeat Arcus and his minions and banish them to the dimension of doom. This is the entire story. The comic book ran for a brief 3-issue run, but the story continued in the action figures. A second wave introduced Drench, the Savage Soaker. It is told that Arcus attempted to recruit Drench to join his army, and Drench replied by freezing Arcus's wings, and the two have been bitter enemies ever since. He joins Adam Power and his allies in the war against Arcus. However, the second wave also introduced several new villains. Torque, who can flip his head and body upside down and wields a trident. Disguisor, the deadly deceiver, hails from the Groton galaxy. He can change his face to 4 different faces and grow in size by extending his legs. He wields a cosmic war club. Back Attack, who fires a row of quills from his back and can change his hands to equip himself with a variety of weapons. In addition to these evil warriors, Arcus unleashes the Beast Machines, humanoid creatures fused with tanks. Evol, Thrash, and Warbot ride into battle, crushing everything under the treads of their tank bodies, but Adam Power has his own Beast Machine to battle against them. Savor, who looks like He-Man if he had tank treads for legs. We do not know much about the second wave as it never made it into any media. However, the story continues, proving that nothing from the 80s ever really dies. Power Lords has been rebooted by the company Nacelleverse, which created the TV show The Toys That Made Us, and a new comic book series has been released. The Power Lords exists again, this time in a shared universe with the Sectors, Roboforce, and the Biker Mice from Mars. Power Lords was short-lived, but it is no mystery as to why the fascination around the toy line survives to this day, as Wayne Barlowe's creative genius has continued to live on, contributing to some of the most inventive alien designs in cinema history. This has been the mythology of Power Lords. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and let me know what other action figure mythology you would like me to explore next. And check out my exploration of the mythology of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Or check out my video where I rank every Power Lords action figure here.